Hello there, listeners. So, we are listening to Coke Studio Season 10 Pakistan today. And this track is called Us Rapper, which is basically a tribute to one of our most loved or cherished artists from Vital Signs, Junaid Jamshed. Um, he is actually one of the artists whom we grew up listening, and I think everyone has a close association of some kind of a space in his heart for him, for the talent that he had, the art that he produced. And this song is basically a tribute to one of his solo track, which he did after his Vital Signs days. So the track is called Us Rapper, and it is covered by Ali Hamza and Ali Zafar. For those who don't know, Ali Hamza is basically one of the band members of Noori band and brother of Ali Noor. They both had a band together, but they have now been into music production more. So it's kind of a emotional track for me. I've been listening to it for quite some time, and I love this rendition and cover. So I thought we should listen it together and experience it with you. All right,
Let's do
so
it.
let's get started then.
3, 2, 1, play.
Coke Studio Season 10.
The strings were until season 10, right?
As far as I remember. The intro is very similar to when this kind of music is played when you show Heaven.
Yeah.
Or some heavenly body.
Yeah, sunlight beaming upon you.
हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया नजरें उदास दिल भर नहीं कर आस पास दिन रात आह भरना और बेकरार रहना ये खेल ही बेकार है कुछ भी नहीं अंगार है इस आग में जले क्यों पल पल जिए मरे क्यों हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया बस देखने की बात है कि इश्क क्या है हजार इश्क लाखों सनम छुपे हैं और राह देखते हैं
चलो इश्क का कहा मान कर अपना सनम पहचान कर किसी ऐसे रंग रंग जाए सबसे जुदा नजर आए सबसे जुदा नजर आए
Ahad.
सबसे जुदा नजर आए हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया हम क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया कोई गया कोई गया
I don't know if many other artists or any other artist have paid tribute to Junaid Jamshed, but this is one of the tracks which remains with me forever because obviously Junaid Jamshed was a pop icon, and the legacy that he had and the kind of music that he did, even when he was working solo, was just um, the kind of songs that would pass the time test. I always talk about it. Even if you listen to the original version, this is probably the original version is probably 20 years old or 80, 90-year-old song. But even if you listen to it together, if a remastered version of that particular version is um, published again, you would still feel that this song can be heard on the loop. You can simply listen to this particular track again and again, and you will not be tired. So this is very special tribute to a very special artist from Pakistan.
Why don't we listen to it now?
Yeah, we can. We can.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's do it then.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, share the link with me.
All right. All right. Oh, all right. The quality of the video might not be that good, but let me just. Here you go. Oh, just looking at Junaid Jamshed.
Yeah.
All right.
Shall we start
Should we?
then? Yeah.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, play. His voice, sweeter than honey.
जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया.
Oh my god. Oh my god. One thing to note in all his songs, the use of percussions is always unique.
Yes.
Very unique. And how beautiful he was. How beautiful of a person.
उदास नजरें उदास दिल पर नहीं कर आस पास दिन रात आह भरना और बेकरार रहना ये खेल नहीं बेकार है कुछ भी नहीं अंगार है इस आग में जले क्यों पल पल जिए मरे क्यों क्यों चले उस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया.
She was waiting for
No matter what getup he's in, he's beautiful.
amazing, literally.
With greasy hairs and all, he's just beautiful.
बस देखने की बात है इश्क क्या है हजार इश्क लाखों सनम छुपे हैं और राह देखते हैं चलो इश्क का कहाँ मान कर अपना सनम पहचान कर किसी ऐसे रंग रंग जाए सबसे जुदा नजर आए सबसे जुदा नजर आए सबसे जुदा नजर आए क्यों चले इस राह पर जिस राह पर सब ही चले क्यों ना चुने वो रास्ता जिस पर नहीं कोई गया.
Unique instruments. This is probably Santoor.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tell
Oh
me
my
about
God.
it. Tell me about it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you were mentioning, I think, when we listened to Safar together, that Fawad Khan is criminally good-looking person.
I mean, Fawad Khan is now. Fawad Khan is now. Junaid Jamshed was late. Junaid Jamshed, may he rest in peace. May he achieves the highest order of heaven and yeah, that's a bit emotional, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yes, absolutely. Even you can see in the Coke Studio version as well, the artists that were there, they were kind of getting emotional as well because they all grew listening up to him. Even the artists of today, they regard him so high, his talent, the kind of singer he was, kind of person he was, and you can see it when the strings, when Faisal Kapadia and Bilal, they chime in to sing it together. They literally have that respect, the element of respect when they are performing for late Junaid Jamshed, and that's why I love this
I
rendition.
think he's universally loved.
Yeah,
Absolutely loved. So there is this when we talk about legends like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, right? He's loved, but he's also revered.
yeah,
he's revered. There are other legends, Noor Jahan,
Mm,
Nayyara Noor,
mm,
About Junaid Jamshed, the thing is that not only let's not talk about his music and all. He was a beautiful person through and through, in
100%.
body and in soul,
Yeah,
right? Even after his music days, he was the kindest, most giving, most gracious, most polite, ideal human being. And
absolutely.
this is what he strived to do as well, right? To just become a better human being every single day.
Absolutely.
And people remember him for that now more
Yep, that's
than
true.
his music,
That's true.
right? I mean,
That's true.
his music is eternal. His music is eternal. It's there, it's gonna live forever. But the person he became, the person he was, even before his pious days, he was a beautiful person. And now looking at him during this video, now let's talk about some worldly
Yeah.
aspects.
Mm.
Now, when it comes to this world, this person is so beautiful, so beautiful. When he is in his elements, when he has a get up with greasy hairs and and shalwar kurta that is not well kempt and
Mm.
has his toothpick in his mouth,
Yeah.
and he is badass. He is badass. um
It's
yeah,
so difficult
the
to pull
words
that
cannot
off.
describe his beauty.
So difficult to pull that off, and yet he
He
was.
was he was romantic at heart.
Yes.
He embodied romance. He embodied the charm.
Mm.
He was a very charming person, right? His charms were just beyond an aura.
Yeah.
It you see him at a screen, and this let's take this video, right? Hum Kyoun Chalain. You see Junaid Jamshed, and you're just melting anyways, even before he starts singing. And then he sings, and then he sings,
His voice.
and his voice is sweeter than honey, sweeter than honey. I mean, I might be emotional here, but his voice is the sweetest male voice, the most beautiful, sweetest in terms of soft. There are categories, right? But in his category, where the voice is sweet, soft,
Mm.
mellow, melodic.
Absolutely.
Even when he used to talk, give sermons,
Yep. Yep.
speeches, he's just talking to you in person. Every single word that comes out of his mouth is melody.
Couldn't agree more.
People might not have heard him speak. A lot of people outside of Pakistan after his music days, but whenever he is giving an interview, he's on a TV show, he's talking about anything. Every single word that comes out of his mouth is melody.
Yeah. The natural soft texture of his voice. I don't think that he built or worked upon a lot of his vocal strength. He had that natural
God
beauty,
gifted.
God gifted voice that he had, and he used it to the fullest. I completely agree with you. And talking about the Coke Studio rendition of this particular track, I think that Strings chose the right music director for this track, which is Jafar Zebi. So
Jafar Zadi.
if anyone could have done justice to the sensitivity that Junaid Jamshed used to bring to his songs, it had to be Jafar Zebi because he understood the I mean, Jafar himself belongs to a family. I mean, Naya does not need any introduction. So that comes in naturally. And he understands how an artist perceives a certain songs, how they think about a particular song. And he understood this particular track better than many other artists, I would say. I have listened to multiple covers of this track, but I still find this rendition the best. You cannot match the original, obviously, but I think he did a very close justice to this track.
I will, okay. I will admit that the first time I heard this rendition, I felt violated.
Hmm.
I felt um, I felt appalled. I and honestly, this is the second time I'm hearing this song.
Hmm. I know
Only
that.
because you said that we should listen to it together today. So I'm listening to this second time. The first time I heard it, it felt like it was something very sacred,
Hmm.
and it was a violation of something that I hold very dear.
Hmm.
But at that time, I was young, I was stupid, I was naive, right? I had different things. I perceived things differently. Even now, even today, musically, instrumentally, this was done beautifully, as
Yeah.
Jafar Zari could.
Hmm.
Beautifully, the drums, the all the other instruments,
Hmm.
everything was very mellow, very soft. Even though they were going full rhythm, there
Hmm.
was this softness, there's
Yeah.
this mellowness in it. But I still have this one tiny bug that
Hmm. Hmm.
scratches my head, is that the main leads they chose for vocals,
I kind of agree.
Ali Hamza and
Ali Zafar. Ali Zafar.
Ali Zafar, they couldn't be more different than Junaid Jamshed. No, they were, in the end, there were four people. We had Faisal Kapadia, Bilal Maqsood.
Yeah.
Bilal Maqsood is the one who's closest
Yes.
to Junaid Jamshed's voice.
100%.
The
100%.
natural sweetness, the natural melodic
Yeah.
tendencies. And he was closest. But they chose Ali Hamza,
Hmm.
which has this very interesting characteristic texture to his voice that is very unique to him,
Yeah.
which is closer to
Hmm.
Javed Bashir, right?
Yeah.
Than to
Today.
and then then Ali Zafar has this very melodic voice, definitely, but he has this very deep body voice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Junaid Jamshed's voice, the sweetness, the mellowness, the lightness, the softness. I do think that they just couldn't do justice to it, or even not. I mean, it's a tribute, right?
Yes.
And they are
that's-
paying respects, and you can see that they are, as you said, that in their body language, in their gestures, everything. It can be seen the respect, the reverence, but still. Bilal Maqsood could have been the better
The lead,
choice
yep.
for this one. But again, when it comes to remakes
Hmm.
of any kind, right? You always have this itch
Always.
that that origin was better.
Always.
If you grew up listening to the original, then you will always have this edge. You will never be able to appreciate the remake for whatever purpose it was
Yeah.
remaked.
Yeah.
You would never be able to fully appreciate it. I mean, we can appreciate it, but still, as I said, personally, again, it's a very subjective opinion. People can have different opinions. For me, this is what I felt. Although Coke Studio's bar is so high,
Hmm.
anyways, that they don't leave a lot of room for criticism,
That's true.
or any there are any mistakes. All the notes were on point. Everything. I mean, they are brilliant, expert musicians, expert of their
All
field.
of them. All of them.
Domain knowledge of more than 30 years or so, right?
Hmm.
Each one of the musician. But again, it's when it comes to Junaid Jamshed.
We always come to this particular point when it comes to Junaid Jamshed.
When it
Yeah.
comes to Junaid Jamshed.
I kind of agree, and this is fair point, and you put it very nicely that they didn't mean to be 100% or exactly accurate in terms of their rendition. They wanted to pay the tribute, and that is the main thing that they wanted to do here. They didn't show off anything, even in the music.
Yeah.
I love the way Jafar introduced the stringed instrument called saz. I didn't know about that particular instrument,
Saz.
but it is being used brilliantly in this particular track.
Beautifully.
Beautifully done. So
And the keys itself, and I mean everything about
everything.
this song was brilliant, especially when it comes to instruments and arrangement,
Yep.
was brilliant. But then you hear the original one as we did, and everything everything disappears.
Yep. Absolutely. Anyways, do listen to both the tracks. I think the original one is not available in very good quality. Even the audio is not that good on YouTube. But maybe you find another version. Maybe we find another version of this original track as well. But yeah, let us know your thoughts around this track, both versions, and share your thoughts around the rendition from the Coke Studio, tribute from the Coke Studio. And yeah, we'll sum it up here and we'll see you on the next one then. Until then, take care. Goodbye.